So I've been meaning to make this video, and I did a pretty poor job at filming. However, we got some new modifications visually and performance-wise. I'm also going to be going over the damage that I didn't go over from September. So if you've seen it, you've seen it. If you haven't, you're in for it. Also, for anyone who's going to comment and tell me to clean my workbench, I will have you know, I finally did it. So thanks for checking in on me. Here's the video. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I've got some updates on the Z, and I did a really bad job of filming. So as you can see, it's in the air right now, and if we look up front here, we've got the new Rev 9 coilovers. People will call them a cheap eBay brand. The people I've talked to that run them like them, and I figured if I hate them, it's only $400. My BCs were over 10 years old, and they just weren't pretty. Biggest reason for switching, otherwise I probably wouldn't have the back needed a true rear coilover setup. So if you look up in there, there's a spring and a shock in one, and that was so I could do the FDF rear grip kit. I was going to make a video installing the FDF rear grip kit. However, I just wanted to get it done, and it takes longer to film a video while doing it. So I did that. I did the coilovers. I moved my sway bar adjustment outwards on the GK arms, so hopefully that's a little bit tighter. I also mounted my KBD bumper. I did two metal like slide nut things in here, and then two screws up in there. One screw into another slide nut, and then one screw directly into my radiator support. So I just clay barred it and realized I need 7 feet of wrap and only have 5. So my plan is to wrap it in sections. I'm going to do a line that comes down like this, a line that comes down like this, and then I'm going to do the center section separately. I guess we'll see how this turns out. Quick update. This is kind of what I'm planning for a line. It'll come down the hood, straight down the thing. You won't actually see it. At least I'm hoping you don't actually see it. And then over here, I've started it. And I know it looks not stellar, but I gotta tuck the headlight still. I got this point down, and then I'm working my way through here. But I actually like the smaller sections in the bumper. That's like, but I hate that I'm gonna have a seam. Rather that than have a white bumper though. So, update number 2. We just finished trimming out the bumper. Let me take you up close here. You can see where the white hits the black, and it's kind of bubbled under the wrap. But I cut just inside of that. So, I mean, I'm not upset with that. I think it came out sick. And then in the tire well, little bubble right there. This might actually work. I'm pretty stoked. She's gonna look sick. Also, I kind of like the two-tone. Like a white hood. Livery action? Maybe. I forgot. I never updated you on the damage report. So obviously, you've seen I got a new front bumper. I went out to Erie in September, and I got used as a bumper car. So, first hit, and they're all on video, which is cool. So I'm going to show them to you right after I show you the damage. But first hit, in the last video, you guys watched me bang my quarter panel back out, try to straighten it. and a Corvette hit me and immediately messed that up. So I'll show that to you. This, my wheel hit his passenger door, and then this was all the marks he left from hitting me. And then this, I put an adjustable wrench on, and I pulled it back out. There's a picture of it. I'll put it here. And obviously the bumper was already messed up from the wall. I had to end up zip tying it to make it stay. And then like the lap after that, I gripped up faster than the guy behind me, and we had a bad time. So here's a video of that from both angles. And all he did was basically hit my already messed up bumper and took a little bit of vinyl off on the actual quarter panel. So I wasn't super upset with that one. And obviously we kept driving because like it's Erie. You just keep doing what you're doing. And if you want to be A-class, you got to do A-class shit. But the last one, we coming out of the outer zone, they had already called us into a meeting and said shut down at the shutdown line. So I get to the end of the zone, there's a shutdown line, I shut down. Person behind me did not. And he, by the time he noticed he was barreling at me, tried to straighten it, his frame rail went straight into my car. So this was the damage when it first happened. The door was pinned shut. We managed to get it open with a couple of friends that were at Erie. And then this is the aftermath. So there's that damage. It literally went in and up into the door. And it doesn't even open right now. It literally pushed up into the door. We had to hammer it back out, get it back down. The skirt is where it's supposed to be. The skirt didn't move. So now the car needs overs or an entire new quarter. I would love to do an entire new quarter panel. However, that's a lot of work. So I think for right now, we're just gonna drive it as is. If I find a door, cool. If I over fender it first season, cool. But she took a beating. And like I said, if that's what you're going to be doing, that's what's going to happen, I guess. Back to the bumper. Unfortunately, I didn't really film an ending to this video. I kind of finished it and went driving. So there's a couple raw driving clips at the end here if you want to check out my POV and from the passenger seat. My boy Mike Chuggins on Instagram, he came out. He's originally from Nevada. His dad lives in Utica. He came out to drive with me, and it was like driving with someone I've driven with forever. So we had some really cool laps. It was a lot of fun. And not a ton of filming. I didn't wear the GoPro. Forgot. It happens, I guess. But people don't like POV anyway. So here's some raw clips of that. And I hope you guys have a great night.